I'm Jason. Hey guys, I'm Angie. Jason's done all our cooking videos thus far, but he's never made what I'm making today, so you guys get me instead. We're gonna make Japanese curry. It's probably one of our favorite dishes and definitely my go-to because it's really easy and simple to make and it's really delicious. Plus, we usually have all of the ingredients on hand already, so let's get started. For Japanese curry, we're going to be using 3 cloves of minced garlic today, 1 to 2 inches of sliced ginger, and I like to use equal amounts of yellow onion, potatoes, and carrots. For the yellow onions, I just cut it in half and then slice them into about 1/2 inch thick pieces. And for the potatoes and carrots, I dice them into about 1/2 inch pieces. I like this size, but you can do it smaller or bigger depending on your liking. For meat, I'm going to use diced chicken thighs. I cut them in about the same size as my carrots and potatoes because I like everything to be uniform. If you want to use ground meat, that's an option too. I would just cut everything else into much smaller pieces. I'm also going to use store-bought Japanese curry roux. I really like this brand because the amount of ingredients on the back are much shorter than the other brands that I find out there. So Golden Curry is the brand to get. One pack like this will have 2 packages of 4 squares. And I like to do a combination of medium heat. So I'll do 4 squares of medium heat and 2 squares of hot heat because that's the perfect amount of spiciness for me. I'm also going to add some ketchup for additional sweetness, some fish sauce and soy sauce for some saltiness, and I will use homemade chicken stock as well. But you can always use store-bought. To start cooking our Japanese curry, I'm going to heat up about 2 tablespoons of extra light olive oil in my Dutch oven. And to that, I'm going to add my ginger and my garlic. I'm starting to see that my garlic and ginger is browning, so now I'll add my chicken thighs. I just want to cook the outside for about a minute or 2, and then I'm going to take it all out. It's been about 2 minutes, so I'm going to take all my chicken out of the pot now. To the same pot, I'm going to add another tablespoon of extra light olive oil. Then I'll add my chopped onions. I'm going to break up the onions a little bit and let it brown. Once my onions have been cooking for a couple minutes and they start to brown, I'm going to add my carrots in. Give that a stir. I'll let that cook for a couple minutes. Since the potatoes will get soft much more quickly, I want to give the carrots enough time to cook and soften. Now I'll add my potatoes. And again, give it a stir. My potatoes have been cooking for a minute or 2, so now I'm going to add my chicken stock. I'll add about 4 cups. If you want to know how we made our homemade chicken stock, I'll leave a link in the description down below as well as the top of the screen here. Now I'll add my chicken back into this. I'm going to add just a little bit more stock to make sure everything is covered. I'm going to add the Japanese curry roux. I broke up the Japanese curry roux in this package so it'll mix a little bit better. So 4 cubes of medium hot and 2 cubes of hot. Give that a stir. And I like to use hot chicken stock because the Japanese curry mix will dissolve a lot easier that way. The curry mix will help you thicken the sauce so you don't have to add any additional cornstarch or flour. I've been cooking everything on medium heat. I'm going to cover this now. Still on medium heat, bring it to a boil and then let it simmer for 15 minutes. As your Japanese curry cooks, you want to be sure to stir every few minutes and scrape the bottom of your pot to prevent anything from burning or sticking. And I like using a wooden spoon for that. And already you can see how much thicker it is. The Japanese curry is almost done now, so I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. 3 tablespoons of Chinese soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, and 1 tablespoon of ketchup. I'm going to stir that in and let my Japanese curry cook for just a few more minutes. Let's check to see if the carrots and the potatoes are fork tender. Yep, that's it. So it's all done. To serve the curry, I'm going to spoon it over some rice, have a mound on one side and it be flatter on the other. So just scoop big spoonfuls over that one side without the mound. To top it off, I'm going to add some Japanese pickled veggies. I know what it's called, but I'm not even going to attempt to say it, so I'll just leave it right here at the bottom of the screen. I love this because it adds a little bit of crunch, color, and it's kind of refreshing too. And then I'll also add some green onions. And that's it. The Japanese curry was really simple and easy to make, and I hope you'll give it a try at home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next video.
Can I eat too?
Jason's bowl is twice the size of my bowl. Oh, so this pot of Japanese curry will actually feed about 6 to 8 people, depending on how hungry they are. So me and Jason will make a pot for ourselves, and it'll last us usually 2 to 3 meals.